I'm engaged to the love of my life and my best
Amazing.
friend.
Give it up for you. That's incredible.
So we met in church, and we've been together for 4 years now. I wanted to know what your advice is for criticism from others outside of the church, even criticism in the church for being engaged and getting married so young.
This is so amazing. So what denomination are you?
We're non-denominational.
Yeah, just to be clear, again, I'm not Catholic. I have big problems with Catholicism, but I have incredible respect for Catholicism, like more so than almost most evangelicals. There would not be, I think, a single Catholic diocese that would criticize a 19-year-old for getting married. Like, what is wrong with us evangelicals that someone would dare criticize a 19-year-old for getting married? Shame on us as evangelicals who do that. It's disgusting, actually. Disgusting, right? So I want you to think about this. Here's a young lady at 19, and I pray your marriage works out and lasts long. And you should need to work at that. I'll give you some advice on that, right? But they're like, oh, you're too young. So here's a young lady that's rejecting hookup culture. She's rejecting kind of aimless promiscuity. She wants to have children, I'm imagining, right? And she's doing it at a young, appropriate age, and you receive criticism by doing that. You know what that goes to show? The American evangelical church has been infected by modernity and feminism, and that needs to be completely collapsed and rebuilt in a biblical image. It's repulsive. And it doesn't surprise me, because so much American Christianity, again, this is why so many kids are becoming Catholic. I'm trying to tell evangelicals, I'm like, it's happening fast. Again, I have deep respect for Catholicism, and I get it. I understand it. Again, I'm not Catholic, but I think Catholicism has done a lot of good for the world and continues to. But one of the reasons why is that our American evangelical churches have become so socially liberal. And this is an example. The criticism, tune it out. You serve one entity, and that is God and God Almighty. You don't serve man. You don't serve their approval. You serve God. Now, let me give you some piece of advice. You need to do premarital counseling. I hope you are. But I'm going to write a book. I got a couple books. I got the Sabbath book, and then the next book I'm going to write is 100 questions that you need to answer before you get married. And people are really excited about this, right? So let me give you a couple. Are you ready? Okay. I hope you know this. You need to know first your own nature. Are you introverted or extroverted? And then you need to know your spouse's nature. Are they introverted or extroverted? You need to ask another question. I've got 100 of them. Another really good one. Were they raised, this is one that almost no one ever asks. Were they raised in a home that was open or closed? How many of you were raised in a closed home? No friends over, very quiet nights. You know what I'm talking about, right? Parents were like, don't ever bring anyone over without permission. You do a barbecue once a decade. You know what I'm talking about? Now, how many of you were raised in an open home, which was like full house, everyone comes on over, you know what I'm talking about? Now, imagine you're about to get married to someone that was raised in an open home and you were raised in a closed home, right? Disaster. They're going to just start inviting people over. You're not used to that. You're like, wait, no, the home is sacred. No, the home is open. The home is fun. And that creates a ton of tension. Here's a big one. Who's going to control the money? Do a sample budget for 3 years. What's an acceptable amount of debt? Who gets the credit cards? Who pays off the credit cards? How often are you going to vacation? Here's another one that no one talks about. What types of vacation? For example, I think cruises are no different than Gitmo.